Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to talk about Tesla stocks, what's happening. And it's been huge a ride in last 1 week. It's been absolutely insane. The market has completely crashed, and this kind of sell-offs I've never seen before, especially for the tech stocks, except on March. Because of lockdown and huge sell-offs happened. So as you can see over here, in last 3 months, you can see during the time of 1 year, I would go, during the time of March, you will see that there was some sort of sell-offs, and uh, especially during March 19th and 20th, and not just Tesla but most of the stocks crashed. But this crash of tech stocks was quite unexpected. I would say it's not so unexpected because of the S&P reaching its high, and every other stock, especially the Nasdaq stocks, were all high because of the massive run up by Tesla and Apple. This is an absolute run which happened in end of August and 1st September, but now it's completely changed. And um, the huge sell-offs on Tuesday, which was 21% down, Tesla has lost a bit of a run-up from last several days, and now it's back to um, after today's recovery, it's back to 367.1, which is 10% up. So I want to discuss some of the technicalities of the stock and the market currently. So today, Microsoft and Apple lead the run to take Nasdaq to a new high again, but it's definitely a recovery phase. And as we all know, that not just Tesla but DocuSign, Slack, there are so many numerous numbers um, of tech stocks which got sold off massively because of the news about vaccine. And currently today we got a new news that some of the vaccine trials have been stopped because of some new diseases, or I would say unexpected diseases, found in the volunteers for testing of vaccines, so which is quite a news. And again, you see a good run up in tech stocks, and market is coming back. And we always know as a trader that there is always a sell off after a huge run, and this is exactly what it happened. It just repeated itself. If you see 1 year chart of Tesla, you can see over here that it's quite a it's quite bitter run. It's like the overall Tesla have increased $321.5 in number, which is like around 699.54%, which is huge. And in last 3 months alone, you can see 168.45, which is like around 85.4% up. So you can see a huge bump over here, which is on 1st September, and now it's like market is going back to its normal. And from today's graph, I can see that there is a resistance at 370. So you can see the ups are going around 368.5, and over here as well 368, 367, but it didn't cross 370 today. Also in the morning also it was up and it was around 360, but there's a resistance at 370. After the resistance crossed after 370, we can see a good amount of run up till 390. So this is my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, so I would not tell you exactly what is going to happen, but in my opinion, I believe that tomorrow we can see a good run up again for Tesla, especially after these last 2 days of um, bad session both in Nasdaq and in tech stocks. So I personally believe that Tesla tomorrow is going to increase, and we can again see a pullback after after Tesla crossing 400. um, it is very possible because currently seeing there are so many factors present in the market which makes a lot of risk for stocks to survive. Number one is Number one of them is elections, about Fed's warning and stimulus checks, and there's so many other factors. So a good bet would be to balance yourself with the tech stock and the financial stock to some extent, keeping some financial stock at this point, buying and keeping it for a while. It is a good can be a good direction to go for. So making yourself portfolio balanced between 2 3 sectors is always good, especially when you see the lot of sell-offs in healthcare and tech stocks. Then you can think of some other stocks as well. So keeping your portfolio well balanced is a key. And I also believe that if you are a good financial person, you also have some kind of shares in real estate, so it's also not a bad option to have a balanced portfolio. But specific about Tesla, I want to tell you something more about Tesla. There are a lot of news going on, and I personally believe we should discuss about this. So overall, Tesla today has increased 11.26%, especially after hours. It has increased. Oh, it's just decreased. So it's like it's increasing and decreasing in after hours. So we cannot say, but till 4 p.m. it was around $366. So it's a good number. It's not a bad number, and I believe that it will go up in next coming 2 days. By closing this week, I personally believe that it can be around 390 to 400. This is my personal bet. I'm not a financial advisor, so it can be wrong, but at the same time, I believe in Tesla, and I believe there are many factors from now till 22nd September that can lead to a good run up. Also, please notice that there can be a run up and huge sell offs after battery day, because um, people are using short selling and they are trying to make profit, which is not good. This is not bad, but bad for the company when they see a huge amount of profit um, in their reporting, and then suddenly their stock falls. That what happened with the Slack and what happened with DocuSign. So I would suggest you to, if you are a short seller or if you want to take some profit, sell before the battery day to be in a good position to have some profit. There are some of the factors that I have listed just to discuss with you guys. Is there are several catalysts. Four of them I have listed, but it can be many or it can be less than that. So there's number one factor is battery day. Battery day is so much discussed. There are rumors that a 1,000,000 mile battery. They're also talking about ride-hailing services, which they can announce on battery day. There are also possibly a cheap electric car introduction in India, which is a huge market. After exploring China and great market share in China, which is they have recently got orders of Model 3 alone more than 11,000, which is a great number for a country having 150 plus electric vehicles. And then definitely Elon Musk. So he told so many things about the possibility of ride-hailing services, which is completely autonomous. So which may not be possible, especially taking care of the regulations and approvals, but ride-hailing services can be possible in this 2020 or by next year. So you can see there are a lot of catalyst and huge amount of potential in this stock to go up. And a cheap car electric vehicle in India can be a huge market for Elon Musk, especially when they are also thinking about establishing a new factory for mass production of cars. India definitely can be a cheap market to make production cost cheaper and making the profitability increase, and a possibility of a new introduction of new vehicle services. So it's completely there are bullish news, and for long-term prospect, Tesla can be a very very good stock to keep. Currently, it's a very bargain price, pretty cheap. It can be very expensive. I have been seeing some of the big analysts, and they're reporting that there are some of analysts which are completely bearish about the stock, and there are some of the analysts which are like hugely bullish, like ARK, and there are so many institutions which are buying currently Tesla, and many institutions are not buying. Then their hedge fund managers are going and buying in their personal accounts, which is a huge huge kind of a news. So there are a lot of catalysts, and believe me or not, this stock is really worth buying and keeping. So I am also a believer of this, and I always keep Tesla no matter what. And there are so many bearish news which are circulating currently that made this huge sell-offs. Number one is more competition. I just got a news about Maserati is going to introduce electric vehicles, super sports car to drive a turnaround of FCA and PSA merger. So they are rolling out new sports car, which is kind of a news. And um, like it's like Maserati is a quite of a brand, and even though their market share is not so much, but They're definitely luxury cars, and it can be attracting more customers because of that. And at the same time, we also saw yesterday a merger of General Motors and Nikola. Um, Quite not so much interesting to me, especially seeing the fact that they have different technology and they're not completely autonomous on all kind of roads, which were limited to different maps and were more restricted towards driving. So I believe it was all huge run off yesterday, and today was huge sell off. So I personally don't believe in such merger, and they have a lot of work to do, especially when, as you know, that Tesla is always monitoring the road and their car functionalities and service, and they're improving every day. And the fact is, if you order Tesla today, you will receive Tesla after 4 to 5 weeks, which just tell you that how much they are in demand, unlike any other car manufacturing. Like Tesla is fighting for their production, to scale up their production, but at the same time others have already car and they are fighting for sales. On the other side, Tesla never advertise, they never do marketing, they don't spend on marketing. Other car manufacturers are spending huge amount of money on marketing, and that is why Tesla valuations is so high, because it's not just a car manufacturing company, it's like more of a software company with autonomous skills, which can be completely a game changer. And in recent time, you might have also heard about the Boring Company and SpaceX. They were all like correlated, and that is why I mentioned in Catalyst Elon Musk, because he is the person like who can really change the prospect of how Tesla works. There are beer factors, more competitions, as I discussed about Nikola, and so many other companies are coming up, like Neo, and there are so many competitions for Tesla now in EV market, and which is going to be emerging market. And there are a lot of competition, but by far Tesla is leading this market. And personally, in terms of young drivers, they will never prefer any other company than Tesla at this present time. Maybe it will change in coming future, but for now it's the only one leader is Tesla. There are massive sell-offs by institutions just to manage their portfolio. So suppose sell-offs can be of different types. So suppose that if there is a company which has a portfolio limit of 5% for Tesla, and now Tesla prices increases so much that their portfolio, Tesla becomes 7%, so they have to sell 2% of the Tesla stock in order to manage the portfolio. So sell-offs can be of this reason, and in recent time Tesla have been on a massive run, so the sell-offs are quite inevitable, and this is quite a thing that is a positive news, but people took it as a negative news, and there are massive sell-offs also by the disturbance of market currently. Seeing coronavirus elections in consideration, there are some sell-offs news which are completely constantly coming from very old and retired um, um, analysts who are completely out of, I would say, out of mind to say all these things about growing company. But there are always some people who listen to those news and think accordingly. And S&P 500 snubs, so they didn't included Tesla in their S&P 500, which they can include in future, but currently the thought of not including, it's completely up to them. And it's not a big thing for Tesla, because they always have a lot of haters as compared to lovers, and over expectations from this stock. So people just keep buying and keep selling, and they think they will keep getting richer. It's not going to happen. They will always have a pullback for any stock in this world, and Tesla have already done tremendous job in last 1 year by uh, seeing us the how growth looks like when you are going with technology and growing with a lot of effort, like autonomous driving in EV sector, which is completely different, new. And you can see there are again sell-offs happening, and like stocks like this should be kept, but it all depends on the market. So I hope I discussed with you all the points that can be possibly affecting this stock, and I wish you good luck for the next coming days. Stay tuned, and please subscribe to my channel, and for my effort please hit the ravishing like button. Thank you so much.